of the things I do for my students is provide self-paced questions based on things that I expect to see in an assignment that they tend to forget. And this is a great way to give your students some guidance without having to be there to hold their hand, and it's available anytime. I use Google Forms for this. There are many other services you can use. I just find this one to be easy and quick, and it has some great embeddable HTML already written, so you can just pop it in. So in this case, I'm going to talk about a paper. My students always forget headings. They always forget certain things about the works cited list. And since I started using these, their grades got better because I didn't have to ding them on points for silly little things. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make some multiple choice questions, and you're going to do some page breaks, and I'm going to show you how to do that. First, you're going to add an item and click multiple choice, and I'm going to add some questions about the heading. And when I'm done with that question, I click required question and I say done. Between each question, I'm going to add a page break where I add some commentary about the correct answer. So I'm going to talk about headings here. So you see here I added the page title, that's headings, so I know where to go, and some information about headings and some extra help. And I click done. Then I'm going to add a page break between that. I'm just going to not put any title at all and just make it blank. And add another item with a multiple choice, and this one's going to be about works cited page. And I'm going to check the required question box and click done, and I'm going to add a page break. And on this page break, I'm going to call it works cited or hanging tabs. And add some information about hanging tabs and some help. And I'm going to click done, and I'm going to add a page break. So something to remember is every page has to have a page break after it, and I'm going to make that one blank. And then I'm going to add one more item, some questions about the drop box. I'm going to make that a required question, click done. I'm going to make a page break, and that's going to be my last question. So I'm actually going to add a picture here. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be anything. I just like to add pictures, and I do it by searching. I'm just going to put a happy face this time and resize it a little bit because that's kind of huge. There we go. Then I'm going to click done, and I'm not going to add a page break here. So now I have all my questions, and I've titled all of my helpful areas specific to the question. And I'm going to go back to each question and click edit. And see this go to page based on answer? I'm going to click that, and this is why it's important that it was multiple choice. This first one's the correct answer. So I'm going to go to next page, which is page 3. On the upper right hand corner that was wrong, so I'm going to do headings, and I'm going to do that for headings. If you're feeling fancy, you can shuffle the order option so not every student gets the same thing. So I'm going to do the same thing over to works cited page. You don't need to do anything on those. Click the edit button, go to page based on answer, and continue to page 5 for that one. Continue to works cited, help, and help here. Make sure that it's required, and if you feel fancy, you can shuffle order options. So I'm going to do that on each of my things. Go to page based on answer. On the next page, page 7. Click done. So you see we have these different things, and this is what the students see. So if they do the right answer, it goes right on to the next question. But if they do the wrong answer, it takes them to the help that you provided for them, and then they can continue on once they've corrected it. So I'm going to say in the Canvas Dropbox, they got that right, it's going to take them that, and they can submit it. I don't actually ask for any information from my students because it's more of a help for them, but if you want to keep track of who is taking these quizzes, you can ask for their name or their email or whatever. They can do this as many times as they need to, and I found it saved me a considerable amount of time while helping my students. I hope you found this useful.